Good morning, sports fans. No, wait. This is doTERRA. We're not doing baseball today. Okay. Good morning, Debbie. Are you there?
I am. Good morning, everyone.
Yes.
Welcome to Saturday.
Yay! And Grace Engelbright is on the phone with us. Hello, Grace. We love your picture. We've been using it in our webinars to talk about the PB Assist Junior. We captured you from Facebook, and everyone goes,
Yay.
"There's Grace." Yay! Okay, let's talk about this page for just a second. Everyone listening to this, whether it's today or next week on the recording, Deb, we're reminding everybody to go to doTERRA events,
Oh,
doTERRA
absolutely.
post convention, put your city in and find out when the post convention tour is going to be in your neighborhood. Two reasons. Number one, you're going to grab all of your borderline people who have been stalling on being sponsored and tell them they have to come to this amazing free event to hear about longevity and quality of life that can be enhanced in a very reasonable, balanced way, and that they can perfect time to be sponsored because they're going to have specials. I don't know what the
Absolutely.
specials are, but I know they're going to have them because they always do.
Hmm.
And if you're just a regular person who loves doTERRA and you were not at convention, you want to go because it's your opportunity to purchase this group of amazing products at an amazing discount and you still get some PV. Isn't that great?
It's wonderful. And I love it. It's one of my very favorite kits so far. This is just the products that are in here are just absolutely wonderful. As I was joking with you a little bit earlier, I used almost everything in this kit so far, and there's not one thing I'm disappointed in. It's amazing.
Yes, well, you'll notice right here in the center, there's new packaging for the
Mm-hmm.
hand and body lotion. This
Mm-hmm.
is the Citrus Bliss, and this is
Woo!
the original unscented. The packaging is very sophisticated and it's beautiful. And they've actually reformulated ever so gently the lotion itself. So it's
Yes.
lighter and it takes even less to moisturize areas. And it's very exciting. This is the body wash. Da da da. We have body wash. And again, it takes very little, guys, very little body wash to clean and cleanse and balance the bacteria on the outside of your body.
And the scents this year are really uplifting when you use the body wash or the body bar, the bath bar. I don't know. They put a smile on my face when I smell them. I loved the other products, but there's just something about this. It's gentle, it's soothing before you even put it on. It's amazing.
Yes, and remember, everything that you purchase at the grocery store that touches your body absorbs because your skin is porous and it will absorb whatever you put on it, whether it's a shampoo or makeup or moisturizing lotion or antibacterial, blah, blah, blah. Your body is absorbing it. So, what we want to talk to you about is some things that are truly amazing. By the way, there's three new lip balms, and we're going to cover all this in just a second. Got to figure out how to move this. There you go. You get to see them up close and personal now.
Yay!
Yay! We're going to have the body scrub available year round. That's always such a big hit around the holidays. This is the
And
nose
it's
lotion.
the perfect thing for those like areas like your knees, your elbows, your feet. It's the perfect thing for it because it's exfoliating, so it helps you rid your body of all those dead skin cells.
And it makes perfect holiday gift giving, guys. Think in terms of October 3rd. You can start on your budgeting to order some of these beautiful things for holiday sharing. When you go to visit people, make them a little basket. And they won't realize you're helping them into oils. They will just realize you're helping them into real health. This body butter, we've been having parties with this already. Just bring a few Q-tips and have people just dip the edge of the Q-tip into the body butter, and you will be amazed how far it goes, how wonderful it smells, and how much people love it. Okay, this is the super detoxifying mud mask. Da, 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 da. We've started mud mask parties. What we ask people to do is gently, ever so gently, wash their face. Just cleanse your face ever so gently. Do not use like what is that scrub that we already have. Don't use anything severe. Just gently use the antibacterial foam. That's what I like. And then we're going to apply the detoxing mask and go again light. Light. Do not exfoliate before using. It's very detoxifying, and everyone's skin's different. Try a small part of your face before going crazy with it. Also, this should only be used once a week, and then work your way up twice a week as your skin gets used to it. And do not use the sugar scrub on your face. That is for your body. We have the Reveal set as well as the gentle scrub for the face. Okay, that's from my friend Peggy Smith. She had people who were exfoliating using the scrub, the sugar scrub on their face, and getting really, really red and irritated skin. And so she's saying, excuse me, hello, pay attention.
Mm-hmm. Well, and remember, anytime you do something like this, you're drawing the toxins out of your skin. So sometimes people get upset because they might have a little breakout or something, but it's actually getting out all those embedded, dirt particles that just don't want to leave. So, once a week is great. And like you said, easy on your face. Moisturize afterwards, of course, but there it is.
All right, October 3rd, when you're going to order your LRP, what I want you to do is explore the promotion section. Because look, for LRP, there's specials to do with the new products. They're already listed in the catalog, but you may not have a catalog on October 3rd. I'm telling you the secret ahead of time so you don't miss the opportunity. Again, I think in terms of really fancy gifts for people at affordable prices. So look and see that there are specials. Okay.
We didn't know it was possible to get this excited over a bar of soap. Well, that's true. Most of us don't even like bars of soap anymore, but this one is terrific. Moisturizing bath bar. It lathers so nicely. It smells great. Look at some of the ingredients that are in there.
Right, and it's vegetable-derived glycerin. It's much closer to what people think of as soap. I know with the glycerin bars, sometimes people didn't really think that they lathered enough. It's what we're used to, not necessarily what's good for us, but what we're used to. And this, again, takes very little. You don't have to use half the bar. It's really good. Now, let's just talk about viruses for a second. It's a warm-up. Are you guys paying attention? On the left.
Yes, but I just want to go, ooh.
Yes. On the left, you see bacteria that when it gets out of control in your body causes serious problem. Pseudomonas bacteria usually is the part that has to do with your respiratory condition. And it's very, very mean. It really can wipe you out for a long time. On the right, you'll notice that we have viruses, and they look a little more complex, don't they?
They sure do.
Well, remember, viruses need a host. Viruses in the air live very short time.
Now, I'm the hostess with the mostest, but I don't want those.
That's right. You are the hostess with the mostest. They would really like your napkins. Mm-hmm.
Where do they live?
They live in people's moist, warm parts. And they enter through your eyes. They can enter from your hands touching your face. They can enter if you have your mouth open outside and someone has sneezed, you just won a prize.
Ooh.
Right. But I want you to see why viruses are tricky. They go inside your cells. Bacteria irritates the heck on the outside of your cells. The funny part is that there's no more antibiotics in development. But you have a warehouse of things that will defeat bacteria and these nasty little puppies over here. When you have balanced bacterial communities, you have a normal immune system. Regulatory T cells are very happy. When you have a poor, unbalanced bacterial community, you get immune disorders. You get all kinds of funny stuff going on inside your body. Keep this in mind when we're going to talk about probiotics, because your gut determines so much of your immune disorder. And where do we get so many of our discomfort areas? Aren't they generated just from our mind, Miss Deb?
They are. They absolutely are. And if we can break that chain, break that pattern, we can conquer some of those disorders and pathologies, right?
Right. And Deb and I developed some tools to help you guys out with that, and we're going to mention that again toward the end. But understand that your mind can be a source of leaving you vulnerable to immune disorders, becoming a really healthy host for unfriendly viruses. So it's really important that you stay positive. We want you to avoid creating a host in yourself. If you are frustrated and angry and you don't express it in a healthy way for you, you can make your insides feel bad for 4 to 5 hours. But laughter with friends, what does that do, Deb?
It helps us out. It improves our immune system for 1 minute for over 24 hours.
Right.
I'm so happy I've learned to laugh more.
Yes. Why do you think Dr. Sue is always talking about get the funny movies? Watch the silliness. Encourage mayhem in your home. Encourage mischievousness. Surprise people with funny things. Woohoo! Melissa and Roma.
Whoa!
Woohoo! They are returning on December 1st. And you will be permitted 2 per account per month. We will remind you again before that takes place.
That'll be automatically on my order form, let me tell you.
Yes, and we have sheets already prepared on these, and I have some new enhancements added.
Good.
Okay, Spikenard. I was jumping up and down with excitement when they announced Spikenard. I was actually not inside the arena when that happened. My friend Deb texted me, and I leaped up from the table I was working at and yelled, Spikenard! Spikenard goes back before the time of the Egyptians, you guys.
But it's amazing what it all, look at that list of what it does.
Yes.
Oh,
okay. Dr. Hill was so excited, he was almost beside himself.
He was.
He kept saying, what did he say, Deb?
He was just so thrilled. He said, if in doubt, reach for Spikenard. You know, before he used to say frankincense.
Right.
Now he said, reach for the Spikenard because it can do so much. So when you don't know what to do, use Spikenard.
That's correct.
And he said it's the best thing for combining. Spikenard is wonderful for combining with so many other oils too, to even enhance all these powerful things that it does.
Yes. Spikenard predates the Egyptians. As you know, most of you are historians. The really rich oils, and this is an amazing oil. It's part of the valerian family, and everybody who knows me knows I love valerian because of its great ability to soothe the central nervous system. I've used Spikenard for years and years, and when we open it up at meetings now, it's funny to watch faces. Everybody thinks it's going to smell like a flower. Well, it doesn't.
No, it does not.
And that's one of the reasons Dr. Hill kept saying, now mix it with all the citrus oils. Mix it with anything.
It kind of has a really strong earthy smell, wouldn't you say? Sort of
Oh,
like dirt.
yeah.
Yes.
But it's refreshing earth. It's different than vetiver. Remember, a lot of
It
people
is.
had to get used to vetiver. It's
Mm-hmm.
different than that, but it is so amazing, and it doesn't take much. We uh, we personally experienced sharing spikenard at a big event the other night, and I had so much on me that when I got back to my room and fell asleep, I was out, out, out. In fact, my husband was calling, Debbie was calling, trying to wake me up for my next meetings, and I couldn't even get up.
That is true. That I and you normally respond very quickly when someone calls or tries to wake you up, but no, you were out like a light. That was great.
Yes, so we're handling spikenard a little more carefully.
Hmm.
I
But
mean, remember, doTERRA is very good about what the harvesting is done for what particular constituents they really would like inside the oil that gets in the little bottles that comes out to us. It's really, really important.
when I see this whole list, and I know that when I put it on, it's even going to help me with problems that I don't even know I have yet.
Yes,
You know, it's so global. There's just so many things from being soothing and calming for nerves and anxiety and things, but yet it's going to ease your stomach. It's antifungal, antibiotic, which we know is so important nowadays. They're saying all those antibacterial lotions and creams are ineffective, but guess what? We have the most effective tool right here.
yes. And by the way, this works very well with frankincense.
Hmm.
Totally works great with frankincense.
And a lot of the citrus things too, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
And it's an amazing gift. Like I said, I've used it for years. One of the combinations that people like is when working with fragile respiratory, we like to take spikenard with marjoram, and on the top of each foot, you have a natural groove between the big toe and the index toe. And
Yes.
if you would rub the spikenard and the marjoram with a little bit of coconut oil right there, not only will you soothe perhaps the distress of coughing, but you will be able to move out some of the sticky, yucky stuff.
The
Okay?
mung, the mung. Hmm.
Yes, lose the mung.
I
Yes,
like I
go.
like the fact that it also for women and men, but it will help with the hormonal levels. You know, a lot of us that get up in the 50s are experiencing some of those things, and we have our phytoestrogen, of course, but now we have something else that can help us in that regard as well.
Yes, now understand this is not, when you see the word cure, you know I stole this from somebody else. And you can see I gave them credit up there. Organic facts. I love them because they come right out and say the stuff none of us can say. The insomnia thing we just talked about, how accidental it was. And then I had Deb try it because some nights, her neighbors make noise. And I asked her, and what happened when you used the spikenard?
I did. I just used a little bit because I wasn't certain how my body was going to respond to it for that use. I just rubbed a little bit on my palms, and I had the deepest sleep for the largest chunk of hours that I've had in a long time. It really did knock me out. It was very restful sleep. It wasn't tossy-turny. So I was grateful, really grateful.
On street sharing, I'm going to post some new documents this week. We're going to post what viruses, how they get in your body, why
Hmm.
they're so dangerous. And again, I will remind you, if you want to use oils to eliminate a virus, you must be very patient and you must use them beyond the 3 days it takes to relieve symptoms. Whatever formula you decide to use of the amazing oils to defeat viruses from your body, you have to use them for 18 to 21 days consistently. Remember, sugar feeds viruses. It's not good to have soda when you have a virus. It's not good to have chocolate or what is that stuff? Ice cream. Not good to have any of those things when your body's recovering from a virus. We ask
Mhm.
that you apply the oils to the bottoms of your feet. We ask that you do this on a regular basis. Dilution is really good because then it takes a little longer for it to get absorbed. Constipation. What's the number one reason people are constipated?
They don't drink enough water.
Right on. You got
I
to
have a
wash out those toxins, wash them away, get rid of them, drink it out.
Sue, I have a question for you. When they're talking about the infections on the skin, now is this a product that we're putting directly on the problem area, or are we putting it around it, or are we just putting it on our feet and it's going to help us anyway?
Okay, when you have a fungal skin infection, what is that about? Many
It,
times people get fungal expression from their toes,
mm-hmm,
and it's actually aggressive candida that didn't have
exactly,
another way out. So,
right.
first, you're going to change your diet dramatically. No white food, extraordinary amounts of water, no alcohol for at least 3 weeks. And you're going to apply, yes, in this case, you're going to apply the oils directly to the area that's expressing its unhappiness through the fungus among us.
Okay,
And you're going to
thank
keep
you.
applying. You're going to keep applying
Mm-hmm,
until the skin returns to its happy original footprint.
good.
You know, keep drinking your water. You're going to avoid white sugar, white flour, and even dairy that's from the outer wall of the store because the FDA only requires they can put cheese like food on the label if 49% of it came from a dairy product. It doesn't even have to be cheese. So you're not getting much cheese. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yes, spikenard.
Yes, Dr.
And even the
Hill.
flower is pretty though.
Yes. And remember, this came from Nepal, where doTERRA is definitely involved with a co impact sourcing,
Yes.
where there are wonderful videos right on YouTube showing the experiences of the doTERRA people, improving the lifestyle of the people in Nepal who are harvesting this for us.
Amazing what they were doing there, really was.
Yes,
Here's our another new one.
we're going to come back to spikenard because we have quite a few things emotionally that it can help us with. But I wanted to get through the Petitgrin.
Pettigrew.
Petitgrin's another amazing oil. I've used it for years and years as a bridge. When I say a bridge, I mean we take two oils that are seemingly not normally put together, but we want the elements for whatever we're trying to affect the changes of within a human body to talk to each other very nicely. So we use Petitgrin as the bridge.
That's wonderful. And again, this is something that is dealing with our nervous system. It helps strengthen our nerves. And with that, it's going to help with, Dr. Hill had mentioned, it's going to help with some cardiac issues, with beats, palpitations, blood pressure. That was something he went into quite a bit of detail about how this particular oil will reduce the pressure within our arteries.
Yeah, it is very definitely a cardiac soother. We use it
Hmm.
with tachycardia. We use it with people who have long term sadness, the loss of a child at an early age. We use this to support people's wellness, but think in terms of cardiac. Think in terms of what happens with cardiovascular. What takes the strain there? A lot of that has to do with emotional wellness.
Absolutely. You're right.
And when you can relax and you can soothe the central nervous system, you have opportunities to make younger cells more vital cells that will accept more oxygen so you stay younger and you get rid of junk faster.
Woo-hoo for that. Yay.
Petitgrain smells less surprising than spikenard. It comes from Paraguay. And again, doTERRA was involved in the co-impact sourcing. I love how it naturally decreases neuronal excitability. So if you don't know what that means, is if you give your child Coca-Cola, you will witness neuronal excitability. So Dr. Hill called it the manly lavender.
He did.
Yeah, so what does that mean to you?
That it has the ability to relax, to suppress some of our anxiety and stress without the smell of the lavender. It doesn't have that same sweetness to it.
Right. We do not heal the past by dwelling there. We heal the past by living fully in the present. So
I know Dr. Hill said he was going to be very happy to have this in his pocket instead of the lavender, although he liked what it did.
Yes. Okay. Here's the deal. With spikenard, they used it for anointing royalty, 1,000 years before Christ because of its richness. It loved the richness. Oh, that's exciting. Look at what came up right in the middle of our webinar. Can you tell where I am, guys? Deb, are you there? Deb?
Oh, we lost you for a while. There you go.
Okay, are we back?
You're back. Yes, I was filling in as best as I could.
Okay, it says it will return normally. Okay, sorry. I'm in a hotel and they decided that I had to renew my Wi-Fi right this minute. I just love these places.
Oh, that is so funny. I couldn't imagine what happened to you.
Okay. Antibacterial, we're talking spikenard, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. Since doTERRA's very beginning, they have really culled and crafted a complete product line to help us help ourselves. If we reduce inflammation, however slight or however strong, we provide for our bodies, our cells, a state of peace and thriving contentment. So spikenard, again, being anti-inflammatory, anti-spasmodic, it's a calmative, it's a cardiotonic, it's a very mild diuretic, it's a skin tonic, it's good for veins and arteries. Keep those veins and arteries healthy. This blends well with juniper berry, cassia, myrrh, cinnamon for sacred ceremonies and to ward off evil. We had many people read stories about the old days where they used these combinations thinking that big, strong, earthy smells would keep the dark side away.
Wow.
So I'm excited about it. I don't like evil things hanging around.
Me neither. That's amazing.
Blends well with citrus oils, lavender, patchouli, white fir, pine, Douglas fir, vetiver, and valerian when we get valerian. It supports recovery or managing of allergies, rashes. Usually we say if somebody gets a rash or a foot wound or something that won't heal, we take the oils internally or we put them on the bottom of our feet. Spikenard's an exception. Put it around the edge of the wound. Put it inside the wound. Use the petitgrain for wounds. It has amazing positive effect on skin. It seems to know which electrons, protons, and neutrons are best for enhancing skin quality and rapid reproduction of the positive cells. It's not as effective as DDR prime for helping the cellular memory remember your original DNA, but it's pretty darn close. I've used spikenard for years with my addicts. I love the oils and what they're able to help people with. When you have people with addictions, stubborn false beliefs often are in the way of them allowing themselves to be happy. And it's really important that we help people with the headaches and staph infections, PMS, insomnia, all these things that get interrupted when there's an addiction going on. Spikenard kind of mutes some of that noise inside people's head. Does that make sense?
It does. So it's going to kind of help people like that with poor self-judgment, people that are overly critical of themselves as well, from what I'm hearing you say.
Yes.
That's great.
It can be good for replacing despondency and resentment with acceptance and compassion.
Wonderful.
So, if you're working with the Personal Peaceful Growth Calendar Deb and I developed for you guys, and you're using spikenard, you can expect that you're going to have good success with acceptance and compassion for yourself. If you have a sudden psychological trauma, somebody calls you on the phone and says, I just saw your car being driven down the street and I know you're home. That's a sudden psychological trauma, realizing your special car was just stolen. We use lavender 4 drops, frankincense 3, and spikenard 2 with fractionated coconut oil of only 4.
That's good.
Lavender 4.
And where are we putting that? We're putting it on our feet?
Yeah, so you can put it in a roller bottle too.
Wonderful.
For relief of self-condemnation, you're going to use 2 spikenard, 2 lavender, 2 geranium, and 6 fractionated coconut oil.
2, 2, 2.
Yes.
That's easy to remember. 2, 2, 2, and then 6. I love it.
Right. But the thing is, if you're walking around the house saying, boy, I'm stupid, I can never do that right, blah, blah, blah. When you're picking on yourself, you're depressing your immune system. So find something good to say. I'm the best drawer organizer I know. I am the best closet cleaner I know. Come up with something you like about yourself.
Mm-hmm. No, that's important, and more we see. So you and I, we've talked to a lot of people. More and more we see people are really harsh on themselves. They're just judging themselves day in and day out and just don't feel like they're accomplishing anything or doing anything right. So I think this is going to be an amazing gift for them.
Yes. And relief of sleep issues due to self-judgment. Like at night, you're supposed to be writing down the 3 things you're grateful for that day. But instead, if you're making the list of all the things you did wrong that day, it's best if you use 2 spikenard, 4 cypress, and 3 vetiver with 6 fractionated coconut oil. Because it will let you have a calmer sleep. It will let you have peaceful dreams as opposed to the harsh, scary dreams.
I am sure that can benefit a lot of people.
Yes, let's talk a little bit about Petitgrin and emotional balance. Now, the part I want you to write down here with sourcetoyou.com, that'll be up and running by November 1st.
That's going to be an amazing tool.
Tell them what it's for.
You can go to that and look up any single oil. It will tell you all about where it's from. It will tell you the clarity of it. It will tell you the details of it. And eventually, you can even take the number that's from the bottom of your bottles and plug it in, and it will tell you specifically about the bottle that's in your hand. Because a lot of people, when you're introducing them to oils, always have questions about its purity. And now when you're trying to get them to sign up, now you can give them a way to check that out through this source2you.com.
Okay, they want me to repeat the Spikenard blend for sleep issues. Spikenard 2, Cypress 4, Vetiver 3, fractionated coconut oil 6. Don't forget, you're going to find out where your post-convention tour speaker is going on, and you're going to go there so that you can get this kit at such a great deal. It does not replace your LRP for the month. We had questions on that last night. Your LRP is your relationship between you and doTERRA to keep your points at a really high level. You will get points for purchasing the kit, but your LRP is separate. So you still must do an LRP in the same month you order a kit. I'm hoping I'm being clear.
Absolutely, yes, you certainly are.
Okay, Petitgrain. It's an emotional balancer. You'll notice in the kit that you get all of the emotional oils and they are pre-diluted. And I am so grateful because those of you who came to classes I taught right after they were released the first time, you heard me say, I dilute every one of these. Please dilute them.
Yes, you did. You warned everyone.
And doTERRA said, that's a really good idea because they got feedback from lots of quarters. You can't take somebody who's been cheerless and put cheer on them and expect them to come up 5 octaves. It is painful for them. Someone who's been inactive and a couch potato for 2 years, you can't put motivate on the backs of their knees straight and expect they're going to be happy about getting up and cleaning house. When people are emotionally wounded or damaged or dysfunctional, you must go gently. So I'm very grateful we now have a touch kit for the amazing emotional oil components. They are very motivational. They are very strong and are so good for everybody. Just breathing the air in Michigan, my nose has been running. I've been taking Tri-Ease like crazy. It's fall here already. So the leaves are broken apart. There's lots of wind. I love Michigan, but Tri-Ease is my friend.
Just a concern that I have with, not a concern, but someone was telling me that when they saw the touch kit, they were for the first time and they saw all the different oils, they're like, oh, I can use all of those. And they did all of them at one time.
Wow.
I don't think that's the best suggestion for the use of these. Do you?
Well, everyone is unique. As you know, our friend Donna can take 2 of the deep blue capsules twice a day, and she takes care of her pain from her accident very well. But if I take 1 deep blue, it is not a good thing. It puts me so far out that it's very uncomfortable for me. Mm-hmm. So everybody is unique, and some people can tolerate a whole lot of oils and their body thrives. Other people, I always recommend start out gently. I'm one of the conservative suggesters. I don't really get involved with people, pushing too hard for let's use more oils. Use less because you can always add more. And the Petitgrain is excellent for self-forgiveness. The Petitgrain is excellent for clarity of thought. So Petitgrain 3, Cypress 2, Rosemary 1. That's Petitgrain 3, Cypress 2, Rosemary 1, and FCO 6. These are Jamie's kids. They got the PB Assist.
Cute.
PB Assist, PB Assist. There's Grace. Hi, Grace. See?
Hi, Grace.
We grabbed it.
Probiotic ever. Yay.
Yes.
And I have to tell you, who does not love pixie sticks?
That's right.
Okay, the kids are just going to love this, and they're never going to know that they're getting something amazing for their body.
Yes, well, you said when they brought the kids out on stage how fun it was.
Hmm. Excellent.
Because the kids just told the story and the parents were saying things like, wow, I can't even hide them because the kids want to play with them all day long.
No, it's just super,
And
really
it's
great.
and it's great for people who cannot take pills. It's great for my seniors. It's great for people recovering from things to do with their digestive system and their stomachs because of the nature of how cleverly these are put together so they actually get to your intestinal tract.
Exactly.
And Petitgren to help you with personal confidence is Petitgren 2, frankincense 1, and fractionated coconut oil 3. And that's our friend Grace. Hey, Grace. She spends her time between New Jersey and Park City, Utah. But we miss you, Grace. She wants to know if I will put the recipes, a different person, Miss Judy. Thank you, Judy. She wants to know if I'll post the recipes. Yes, they are going to be on, the secret place. But you can't publish them. Do you promise and swear there will be no publishing of the stuff on the street page? Okay?
We swear. We swear.
Okay?
Hmm.
Okay, everybody's promising. Good, good, good. Keep promising because I have tons of really good stuff about Melissa and other things. Here's Jamie's other kits. PB Assist Pixie Sticks, delicious strawberry melon flavor. The seniors are loving it. I was over to the senior center and said, "Who wants a pixie stick?" And they all knew what it was. It was great. Okay.
It's
So,
perfect.
you know, instead of Mikey, we use the kids, right?
Exactly.
And a lot of my kids are in their 80s and 90s.
You know what? But look at all the good it's going to do for their bodies. And if they enjoy it and they don't feel like it's another medicine that they have to take, they're going to actually want to use this every day.
Yes.
It's amazing.
And remember, everything that Sue and Deb share with you is really about giving you a jumping off place. The best way oils work is if you open the bottle. Lil Shepherd said that years ago. You got to open the bottle. Carrying it around with you is not enough. These chewables are excellent. Again, I've used them for years for my adult group, my census, the population of people who are recovering from things. It's been reformulated and it's more like watermelon. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Yes, people with sleep issues. Have you ever noticed how many thousands of feet in the drugstores are devoted to digestion and sleep issues?
Oh my gosh, it's practically a whole aisle in and of itself. It really is.
Yeah, and we're talking long aisles with 4 or 5 shelf levels, okay?
Hmm.
So doTERRA again responded to what people asked for. They reformulated Serenity to help it be restfuler. That was one of the words they used, I'm sure. And we had different wives and husbands using the Serenity capsules, caplets, the little capsules doTERRA made, to test them against their funny written prescription drugs. Okay. So one wife in particular hid her husband's medication for the evening and had him take a Serenity. He woke up clear. He woke up with less joint pain. We're not suggesting prescription drugs, of course, had anything to do with joint pain, but they do. Anyway, Serenity in the capsule format, she thinks it's going to save their marriage because he's not crabby in the morning and he slept very, very well.
That's great.
Again, try one. Just try one. You don't have to go for 3 or 4. Try one. It's really gentle, but it works so well. And you don't have the debris from prescription drugs.
That's the best part.
Yes.
I love all that they've added a few new things. Of course, it has the lavender, but it has the passion flower, the lemon balm, the German chamomile, the L-theanine.
Yep.
And apparently that combination is much more successful in making you feel that relaxation before you go to sleep.
Yeah, and the German chamomile is different from the Roman chamomile. It's
Mhm.
not just different place on the plant, but it's a whole different plant, but it qualifies in the same area because it's so good for the central nervous system. When you soothe the central nervous system, everything works better. Those areas of tightness relax so the body doesn't have to be in, emergency mode. The lymph nodes flow better so that there's healthier communication throughout your body. Petitgrain is excellent for lymph nodes. Petitgrain is excellent for detoxing of your lymphatic system. And that's a long formula. So thank you for your suggestion. I will post those formulas for you because please remember when you want to affect a change in your body, you have to give it a rest from sugar. You have to give it a rest from wine. You have to give it a rest from milk chocolate, coconut. Krispy Kreme. Out here, everybody loves Krispy Kreme donuts, and I can't even drive by the place. So please, when you want to affect a change, eliminate the taxing food groups that make your body so tired, please. And this is the other serenity prayer.
I have never heard it, but this is amazing.
God, grant me the serenity to stop beating myself up for not doing things perfectly, the courage to forgive myself because I'm working on doing better, and the wisdom to know that you already love me.
Just the way I am. That's great. Yeah, everything we're doing is a learning process day in. We're always growing, we're ever changing. We're learning to be better to ourselves. And your suggestion for oils for saying this, the bergamot, cassia, and wintergreen, is amazing. Wow, that would be a great combination to really, really help us feel better about ourselves. That is so true, Sue. Your body hears everything your mind says. Stay positive. You always told me the story like when we get up and we look at ourselves in the mirror and we start criticizing parts of us, how we're just setting our day off wrong, and instead how important it is when we look in the mirror to just say, I love me. And I do that now. I'm not as critical, with myself in the morning, and it does make a difference. It just sets you off on the right positive path.
Right on. And again, if you pick up the Positive Peaceful Growth Calendar, we're doing weekly webinars to support your transition because you can feel better, you can feel happier, you can do so much for yourself. This is one of the items I'm going to post for you. This was, again, one of our friends on Facebook did a beautiful summary. One of our doTERRA Inside friends did a beautiful summary so that when you're thinking in terms of the new products and the existing products, how these things work. The people who have tried the lip balms tell me they're amazing. I mean, I use the original all the time. The
I'm
best.
using one of the new ones. It's fantastic. And I love the original, but the new one is also fantastic. I've been using the herbal one. It's amazing.
Cool.
Really great. Love it.
Cool.
Hmm.
Um, the science that doTERRA offers in support of their products is unheard of from other companies. doTERRA, we have always thought of the people who've come out of corporate business world or big hospitals where we read compliance statements. We have always been fascinated with how open doTERRA is about its sourcing, about what goes with what, about the science behind the probiotics. I mean, Rob Young is an extraordinary visionary. Michigan is lucky. He's going to be speaking on October 6th here in Michigan.
That's
Very
that's great.
excited. Right. We've asked everyone, please do the post-convention tour, but go and register because they're free events and there's specials if you're going to bring your friends who've been hesitant about getting on board, but you got to have a ticket. Get a ticket or you wish you had.
True, true.
Okay, that's it for today, guys. And we really appreciate your tuning in early. And we are going to send this to our friend Paul, who will post it for us. And we'll repost it and we will put the documents you requested on the secret street place because you promised you're not going to share them on social media. Right, guys?
They're all raising their right hand and saying, I promise.
They are. They are. And please take your probiotics. Feed your colon what it needs. Get rid of the toxins. And you will continue to love doTERRA. And you will get healthier and healthier. Thank you for joining us, Miss Deb.
Well, thank you. Thanks for sharing. It's such an exciting time to be welcoming in all these new products. So thanks so much for sharing. And everyone out there, enjoy. Look forward ahead. As Sue said, they're great gifts for any of the holidays coming up. So I look forward to being able to get these in October.
Yes, they're ready October 3rd, so move your dates. Please move if you're part of the first, second, or third of the month, move your LRP to the 4th, 5th, or 6th. Explore the new groupings because the new groupings are for the LRPs are going to be such a great savings. And think in terms of getting very affordable, elegant gifts for people for the holidays.
It's fantastic. It really is.
Thanks
so much for your time.
Thank you, guys. Everybody have a good one.
Bye-bye.